First day was good. It was really good pace out there, so it felt like a young kid again, getting out and just feeling out your surroundings. Obviously, it's been nice to be here for a while to just get acclimated with the family and get into a routine, but it's always exciting to get on the ice first day of camp. So, like I said, great pace. You could tell the guys have had really good summers and came into camp great shape, so I thought it was great.
Yeah, obviously have some familiarity with John. What was it like being on the ice with him on a line again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we played together back in the day in Tampa, but just a great person. Obviously, great player. We've seen what he's done on the ice, but you'll see obviously the goals and the plays that he makes, but he's a great character guy in the dressing room. He's got a great personality, and it makes it a little easier when you know some guys when you're coming into a new situation, and that's certainly been the case with Marshy.
What's his whole thing been like? Getting acclimated over the last month or so. However long you've been here.
Yeah, to be honest, it's gone a lot better than what I envisioned. I mean, especially when you have young kids, you don't know how things are going to go, but they're pretty resilient. They acclimate better than I think we do. So that's been great. Like I said, to just get into a routine, I think it's helped to be here for I think about a month now, and everyone's doing great, and it's a great group of guys. So that makes it easier as well.
Yeah, you've been in the league for a long time. When you're going through camp, like what's your checklist, your process to get ready for the season? And does it change at all being in a new spot?
Yeah, I think it certainly changes systematically, just trying to figure out some things. Obviously, as we all know, I've been in one place my whole career, so you're pretty comfortable and confident in what you're doing on the ice. It just comes second nature. There's some tweaks to some system things that aren't going to just happen overnight. Hockey's a pretty instinctual game, and when you rely on your instincts a lot, and my instincts are one way, and now they've changed in certain areas. So there's going to be some questions for sure during practice, and some mistakes that you correct in camp or in exhibition games as you progress through the season. So that's going to happen, but it's part of the learning curve, and that's probably the only thing that's certainly different.
You're working with Tommy Novak. What are your first impressions of him?
Well, he's a slippery player. Like he can get into positions and somehow he comes out with the puck. So as a centerman, that's a great quality to have. Obviously, he has that skill set. I think, didn't know a ton about him, before coming here, but just watching him in some pre-camp skates, obviously today, and talking to some of the guys, you could tell that the way he's progressing, he can be a really good two-way center in this league. Obviously, if he ends up playing with Marshy and I or whatever the lines end up, he's a guy that can distribute the puck, and as a guy who likes to shoot it, that's nice to play with.
What happened with him? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's good. He was driving the net pretty hard there, so I think the coaches love that. But like I said, it was day one at camp, but it certainly didn't have that feel. It felt like guys came in with a purpose, and like I said, probably one of the fastest day ones of camp pace wise I've had in a long time. So it was great to see.
How much have you gotten to know Brunette and kind of what he expects from you, and how much are you kind of looking forward to figuring that out as the process goes?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I've had some time to speak with him. Nothing too crazy, but he's a great hockey mind, that's for sure. He's a great communicator, easy guy to approach. I think that's big, especially for a guy like me who's come into a new situation. You want to make sure you know what you're doing out there, and me being an older guy, to have that relationship with a coach where you could go and ask him, and him be approachable is great. So. Like I said, I've talked to a lot of the guys. Everyone loved playing for him last year. You saw the run once you kind of had that buy-in from everyone, and everyone was comfortable with the systems and the way that he coached. And the expectations are probably a little higher this year with the group that we have. But we know that just because it looks good on paper, it doesn't mean much. We have to go out and put the work. And I thought today was a good start.
You mentioned the expectations and how good this team is on paper. O'Reilly and Forsberg mentioning there's certainly a window with this team right now. It's early, but do you sense that urgency, that desire for that Stanley Cup run with this team?
Well, for sure. Like I said, I've been here for about a month, and I've seen the guys kind of roll into town, and whether it's guys working on their craft before practice, after practice, it seems like, every time you turn the corner, there's another guy that's come on the ice and is working before practice even starts. So, and I think it showed today. Like I said, the pace was outstanding. There wasn't any feeling out process. Guys, they dove right in, and that's the expectation with the coaching staff and the management staff. And when the expectations are raised because of the team that was already here, the guys that have come in, you talked about that window. Obviously, we brought in some guys, that aren't necessarily young in this league anymore, but we still feel like we can contribute. And when you have the core pieces that were already here, the expectations raise. And, I don't think you're going to surprise anybody this year, so that makes it more difficult as well. Oh, that was very important. Anytime you get in a position like I was in at this stage in my career as well, I mean, that's one of the things that's at the top of the list, is to give yourself another chance to win. For me personally, and probably a lot of guys in this league, that's what you strive for every single season. So that was very important. Well, just get accustomed to the pace here. Like I said, I know I've said it a few times, but it's true. I mean, when you're in one place for so long and and expect, you know what's coming. Here, like I said, I felt like a young kid again coming into their first training camp, not knowing what to expect and just hoping to go out there and feel good and keep up with the pace of the practice and just get acclimated to some of the new drills and things like that. So, I think day one was pretty good. I'm feeling good, and see how the body feels tomorrow.